Hello, welcome to Beth Roars, where we look at your favourite singers to find out what makes them them. Before we start, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. My handle is @BethRoars, and I'm holding loads of votes on my Instagram so you guys can vote on who I react to. Also, please do check out my website, bethroars.com, where you can book a singing lesson from me. I do lessons both in London, UK and online. And last but not least, please do head over to my Patreon channel, which is patreon.com/BethRoars, where you can get more exclusive content and early access to my podcast, which is Good Job with Beth Roars. And I interview some really awesome, inspiring people who work in the music industry. So please do check that out. It's on Spotify, and it's on Google Play, and it's on Apple. It's on all the places. This is actually a request from one of my patrons today. This one is from TJ. Hey TJ. I heard about this band a lot when I was younger, but I never really listened to them. I just had a friend who was like super into them. I'm gonna have a listen and I'll see why he liked them so much.
All right, everybody, thanks again for coming and seeing us play.
Whoa, that is some hair.
We greatly appreciate it.
They can see him play, but he can't see them.
Anyway, we got a new record coming out October 23rd. And
my mum would go mad. She'd be like, wear a hair tie, please.
And we're going to play a song
Lindsay would not be up for that
so
hair.
So if you do me a favor and accompany Mr. Chris Penny.
Hey, Chris. Ah, look at the audience. They got a good crowd. We love them. It's interesting because I'm not going to be able to see any of his vowel shapes. Wow, it's quite high. He's like a classic light tenor. Yeah, he is a classic light tenor. It's super high already. It's very easy to learn. Very forward place. So if you want to achieve that sound, if you're a baritone, you probably won't because you've got a lower voice and love that voice. Love your lovely baritone voice. If you've got a high voice like that, you can definitely do it. Actually, if you're a baritone, it doesn't mean that you can't reach these notes. It just might not be as easy and as light as his. You'll probably have a slightly bigger tone, a bit of a warmer tone, but it doesn't mean you can't learn to mix up there. There's so many singers. Like if you look at a lot of old 80s singers, you think that they're tenors, but actually they're baritones and they've trained their mix that high. To find that tone, try making horrible witchy sounds like this. Wah, wee, wah, na, na, yeah. Any of these sort of sounds that get you in a kind of nasally place. But then watch out where your larynx is. You don't want it to be high. So you don't want to get this that sort of sound. Na, na. So to find that, let's do a woo, woo, like a really hooty bear. And you want that combination of the feeling of a lower larynx, so you've got this space in there, and then the forward placement of the na 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 na, and you should get this warm, punchy sound instead of flipping into falsetto or high voice. This accent is so strong in it. Everything is so forward placed. Free. And he has these little it is in a slightly like nasally place. And that is allowing him to get that high and punch through and allow him to be kind of heavy sounding, even though he's mega high. It's a great mix. Well done. Weird vowels, way out. You wouldn't say that. love how he's playing around with the tones. Na, 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 and then putting that kind of grit behind it on the higher stuff as well. So he's getting a light mix and then he's getting a heavier mix. So mix can be a degree of sounds. People are like, oh, you've got your chest voice, your head voice, your mix. Really what happens is you've got your head voice and then you really what happens is you've got your chest voice and then you slowly morph it into that head voice. So any of those degrees in between is that mix. So he's using one that's slightly more towards head voice and then one that's more slightly closer to chest voice. His hair. So we've got home, and he goes all the way around the oh, free, and then ooh, it's really like ooh, that sort of feeling in his mouth. Instead of more of an it's a really sort of vowel, which sometimes rounding the vowel at the top can warm it. It really depends on your voice because sometimes you can't get that vowel. You can't get those notes if you're on something so round. So it really depends on where your voice naturally sits. I love these little sing-along bits. There we go. My mum would be very happy. So he's doing really good things with vowels like hide. Instead of being like hide, I's are really tricky vowels. Hide, really round and more of an R vowel, which is a lot easier than I. Same with E's. If you make them more of E, a bit longer, it just warms that sound. I love these little pushes. The energy is so joyful with this music. He's so cool. I loved his weird vowels, this weird vowel morphing. It was great. And his mental high voice. That was solid. It was mega high, but sounded so easy in his voice. His placement was great. I loved how he did these weird around the vowels, which was really interesting. It makes him sound like him. But his placement, that really forward placement, makes him sound like him. That's what you listen to. You hear that, nah, and you're like, oh, there he is with that big old tone punching through the band. It's awesome. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do like and subscribe and click the notifications or you won't get any notifications and won't know when I do a new video. See you in the next one. Bye.